Miss Sonya Dove is coming up next. She is the Intercoiffure Color Council Director for North America, Wella Professionals Global Ambassador, and also we are so humbled to have her a part of the Ultimate Beauty Pro Team. She's an award-winning colorist. She has won the Favorite Educator of the Stylist Choice Awards. She's won the Wella Industry Icon Award, very well deserved, and also has won the NAHA Master Hairstylist of the Year. Please help me in welcoming Miss Sonya Dove. How are you?
Hi, boys, girls.
Hello.
Good to
Sonya.
see you.
It's good to see you. We missed you.
Yeah.
Oh, I so missed being together. Oh my gosh. It's we all live so far apart, but I tell you what, at least we keep in conversation with each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pretty much every week, definitely. Okay, so Sonya, now it's your turn to be in the hot seat. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your journey leading up to get you to where you are today.
Well, not a lot of people know this, but I was originally at school wanting to be a nutritionist. So that's what I trained for. But unfortunately, I failed all the subjects needed. And someone said to me when I was at school, they said, oh, well, why did you want to be a nutritionist? I said, I just want to work with people. I love people. They fascinate me. I'm intrigued by them. And they said, well, have you ever thought about doing hairdressing? And honestly, I had it never even crossed my mind. I went to beauty school in Devonshire in England, which is the very south part of England, far, far away from the big city, London. And I never looked back since. It was incredible. I absolutely loved it. And then when I got my certification to be a hairdresser, in England, you have to do a third year. You have 2 years at college, and then you have to do a third year in a salon and as an apprentice. And what that means basically is you're sweeping floors, making coffee, and just greeting clients. You're not legally allowed to touch hair of a paying client. So I got bored very quickly being this apprentice in a salon. So I decided to enter competitions. And at that time, I was with my partner, husband at that time, Christopher Dove. And we both decided to enter every competition we could in 1 year in England, just for extra things to do. You know, when you're young, you're a little bit mad, there's not enough to do. So we entered competitions, and sometimes he would come first, and sometimes I would come first, and then he'd be second or I'd be second. And in 1 year, we won every competition in England. Now, this is back in the 80s, so it's a long, long time ago, beginning 80s. And we got this phone call one day by a company called Wella. We knew of them, but we didn't know a lot about Wella because we just started our own business in our salon. And they asked us to do a seminar in London at their Wella studio on how to do competition work. So we were super nervous. We put all our effort into it. We did it, came off very, very well. Point onwards, where you show all over the world, and that's what gave myself and Christopher the opportunity to travel the world with a brand, and it was unreal. It really was. And then one day, I was still in England. One day, someone approached us and asked if we would head up their education. They were a couple that had 5 schools and 4 salons in Dallas, Texas, Dallas Metroplex. And they offered us getting the green card. And we thought, wow, this is a dream come true. And we said, yes, we'll try it for a year. And we said to them, we're going to give it a year. And we're still here. That was 1994. We're now 2020 and we're still here. Never went home. Had to call our family to say we're loving it too much. And then we moved from Dallas to New York for a couple of years. I lived in New York for a couple of years, and now I live in Los Angeles. I've been in Los Angeles and been with Wella, and I've never looked back. Christopher and I are no longer together as a couple with hairdressing. So we separated a few years ago, but it's just been a dream come true. I have to say, if you could see what Devonshire looks like, It's cows, fields, and in the weekends I would milk cows. So, that is a true story. That's true. That I'd be doing this at the weekends. We had all those, things at weekends. So for me, going to London was a huge deal. Huge deal.
That's where the dexterity comes from when it comes to color.
Yes.
It sounds like is it your organic twisting color?
Organic twisting.
Yes, it comes from milking cows. Now I get it. Sonya, you've had such an amazing career. I mean, I think it goes without saying, all of us on the team look up to you so much.
Oh.
You have been truly an industry icon. Along the way, though, have you ever found something that has possibly held you back from achieving something, or something that still holds you back to this day?
Yes, I have actually, David, and believe it or not, it's no one else except myself. I think I'm my own worst enemy, and I know I speak about that a lot because a lot of people can relate. I didn't feel good enough. At school, I left school with 10 failures, and my siblings left school with 10 A grades. So I had a sort of rough start, and I think where that's got me is I've been a fighter. I always have personally, and that has made me strive every day to really pinch myself and realize I'm okay, I really am. And in fact, even the days I come to see you all and we do our photo shoots together and shows, I wake up in the morning and I read a little saying from Marianne Williamson that I keep in my wallet, and it's about shining your true light. Don't cower or hide. If you have a gift and you have something to share it, because then you're going to inspire others. And I truly have to read it every single day. Even this morning, knowing that I was going to be doing this, I read my little piece of paper so that it would give me the strength and the feeling that I am good enough to be part of what I'm doing.
And there's so much strength in sharing that vulnerability. And I know that other people watch this and kind of possibly, look up to any one of us, specifically you, and hear that and think, okay, I'm not alone in this, because I know that, you are a hero to so many people. So I think it's very brave and amazing for you to share that vulnerability with us. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Sonya, out of this illustrious career, as David said earlier, what is one of the biggest things that stands out to you? How do you even pick one after all you've done, first of all? But what is one huge thing that really stands out to you that makes you the proudest that you've accomplished?
Well, actually, it comes straight to my mind. It is a show that I did on my own. It was Behind the Chair show. The colour show in New Orleans, and it was the first time I'd ever done a show on my own without Christopher Dove. And Christopher was more of the big visualization person of shows, and I really didn't feel as if I was good enough to do it, because actually I didn't even want to do it. I really didn't. I turned it down originally, and then when I did do it, with the love and the support of everybody around me, I just did my best show, the best show that I feel I could do. I didn't know it was a good show until you walk out on stage, and when I walked out on stage, feeling the love of people was beyond, there are no words, Sean, that can describe it. And I sometimes I get a little bit teary. It was many, many years ago, but I really feel as if it happened to me yesterday. It was an incredible moment in my life. It was an incredible step up the ladder, if we may say, in my career. But there's something that's a very close second is I never forget when I got a phone call from Nick Stenson to be on for this idea of the Ulta Beauty Pro Team. And that to me, I had reached a plateau in my career. And Nick gave me the opportunity and the platform to be with all of you and to really grow my own self spiritually and mentally and in my craft to the next level, because I was feeling a little bit sort of flatlined. So they come close together. They really, really do.
They're such special moments. And I mean, I just want to share, I was there. This was in New Orleans at the Behind the Chair Color Show. And I remember that day that you were going to go on, the buzz in the whole building. It was that was also just a very special show in general. I remember the energy of that show. Everyone was talking, we have to go see Sonya. We have to go see Sonya. It's her first time on her own. It's her first show on her own. And Sonya, I'm sure you felt it from the stage, but in the audience, I mean, people were teary-eyed, people cried for you, people just had so much love to see you stand up there, and I'm so glad that it was so affirming for you, because it truly was such a special moment to witness in your career, and it just makes me so happy to.
That really warms my heart. Thank you. I really appreciate it, David, because I was so frightened and full of fear. And honestly, we all can feel the love. Everyone could feel the love. And it was really, really special. All I could think of I was almost praying inside, but then I got halfway through the show and I let go of the fear, just left me. And then I just truly had a brilliant time on stage. And I've never felt that joy like that moment. It really was extremely special. So thank you. I didn't even realize you were in the audience. Gosh, now you've made me nervous. Thank you for asking that, Sean. I really appreciate it.
I want to ask you too, because I think you had a BTC cover around that same time, right? Was that where that infamous cover shot is of you in the desert? Did that come out at the same time?
Yes, it did. It's funny, actually. I did have that. What happened? Mary from behind the chair asked if I would be the front cover of the magazine, and she didn't want any hair pictures. And I thought, oh no. The only pictures I've got are me at festivals, fist pumping, and just out at these music festivals. So I sent all those pictures, and I thought, oh no, that's going to be the end of my career. And I really thought that. But actually, it did the opposite. People want to know more about my personal life now than they want to know about my professional life.
I love those photos. Those photos are absolutely iconic, and you are totally gold, Sonya. I was so fortunate to be able to hang with you and to learn from you and just laugh with you all the time too. So it's been amazing sharing and hearing our stories, but we know that a lot of you out there probably have some really amazing stories as well that you would love to share and have heard. So we were thinking, why just listen to us? Why don't we get you guys to share some of your stories throughout your journey? And David's going to tell you a little bit about how you can do that.
I think it's very, very special and important for us to kind of share where we are, where we've been, and where we're going with each other. So I would love to hear, I know all three of us would love to hear that. Make sure you tag all of us on the Ulta Beauty Pro team. You're going to have our handles here at David Lopez, at Sean Goddard, at Sonya Dove. You're going to have all our handles. Make sure you tag us, send us DMs. We're so curious. We want to reshare your stories because I think we really want everyone to see that there is no one path. The only path that is meant to follow is the one that's in your heart and in your gut. And that is going to lead you to what ultimately is your version of success. So we're excited to see what your journey has been like and where it's going. So make sure you tag us there.